I'm going to open this box by turning this and pulling this away on both sides of the board, turning to the left. And then at that, I can lift up this top box off. Here is the open box. You want it facing you in the chairs, and you want it to be close to this table so that an operator could work on both if they had to. Not optimal. You do want more than one person on this system. One working the sound and somebody else to work the projector and computer. That's the optimal setup. Okay. To plug in this entire system, there is a single power cord. It is thick, it looks like this. You want to run it through the hole out of the back of this box and over directly to the power. The first two cords you want to pull out of here are two. They have red and yellow and green and yellow on here. The female side of the port is going to go to main left and main right, and those two cords will extend, and we will take them over to the wall where they will be plugged in right below the speaker in the wall. You will remove the plugs that are in there, and you will plug in these two cables to this. This allows you to have sound coming from the speaker system already in the building. Main left, XLR green and red, main right. Now, this coil, if this was wrapped up properly, it will not tangle, and it will walk you all the way over to the wall where you will be able to plug this into the wall. Okay. Once you are at the wall, you're going to push this little tab here and pull the XLR that is existing out of its port. You will then plug, it does not matter whether it's left or right, you will be plugging our cables into that wall. When the QSC touch mix comes on, if it says this message, that means that it was turned off without shutting down the power first. This is not good. We always want to shut down the power on the QSC touch mix before we shut it down. But for now, you'll just say, okay, it is a touch screen. Right now, we're open on the main mix, you see here. Now, I'll say more about this, but there is a monitor 1 and an aux 2 that we pay attention to. We have inputs 1 through 8, which are all speakers, microphones, and we can hit input 9 through 16. Number 13 and 14 are the sound from the iPad. All the rest can remain muted unless we get more microphones, and we need to use all of those channels. Right, in the back of the box, you'll see this clip here. And on this clip, you will find this auxiliary cable. It's usually wound a little better than this. So we want to do a better job of that. But we will take these two ends. One of these ends goes, this one here, goes to the back of the iPad. These two ends go in channel 13 and 14. So here we are. I'm going to plug this into 13. And I'm going to plug this end into 14. And then again, inputs 9 through 16, that's where these two are being fed. The other end of 13 and 14 here is this 1/8 inch stereo sound. We are going to plug that into the iPad, again in the upper left corner. And there you go. So if I turn this on, that's where my sound will come from. I also have an outlet here. Here I'm going to plug in my iPad right into the front of this box. And my reason for doing so is so that I have more mobility because I'm plugged into the front of the box. I'm also going to remove this front so it doesn't put any pressure on this plug here. Let's talk about audio. So again, we're using currently digital music, so we use our iPad to log in here. You will unlock the iPad and then hit the music icon. I have made a playlist for today, so I'm going to hit the library button and go to my playlist, and you'll see May 22nd, 2022 today. And here's the music, and when I want to play music, I simply hit play. And that's playing. I might have to turn it up. The volume's on the side of the iPad. And you see that the QSC board is showing that the sound is coming through. I can turn it up or down by adjusting these one and both. You want to do this at the same time, you know, up and down. I can also mute them if I need the sound to stop really abruptly, or I can put them back on. Now, if I need to, say the choir has ended the song, the track's going on longer than we wanted to, I can click on that and I can either turn it down slowly. Oops, where's the little button? Oh, let's try it with my left hand. Okay. I can hit the little circle and I can bring it down slowly to fade it out, and then maybe I start the next song, and then I will go back down here and click this and fade that in, so it doesn't come in abruptly if I need to switch songs. Very important. To remove the front cover of the box, again, I'm going to turn this quarter turn to the left and then release it. 2 of that on both sides. And then I can simply lift it off. And in the front of here, you will see all of the transmitters for our microphones, digital mics. GLXD4R by Shure. There are 6 currently. Soon there will be 7 and 8 when I attach them to the box. To connect the microphones, I'm here at the back of the box again. On the left, we have a command hook, and we have our XLR cables. They are color-coded to match what is here and the channels that they go to. So number 1 is pink, so I have this pink XLR. I will plug that into number 1. Next, there's an aux1 and an aux2 XLR port. The male side is here. This is the female side of the XLR. You want to plug in an XLR here to aux1. aux1 is going to extend her other end to the stage to connect to the speaker here, or it's called a monitor, so that the choir can hear themselves sing. Or I'm sorry, they can hear themselves and they can also hear the music in the room. Because again, the 2 speakers that are up here, they face out into the audience. The choir can't hear that. And so this monitor is here so the choir on the stage can hear itself and also hear the music. Okay, I also talked about aux2. aux2, you're going to do the same function. You're going to plug in the female side of the XLR into the back. This other end is going to actually be the input to channel 1 into your camera once we get to that portion. Once all those are plugged up according to the colors you see on that side, all right, we have 7 microphones plugged up. Now, I know I showed you the front. We only had 6 in there, and there are 7. That's because there is one that is floating here, that this is the pastor's microphone. It's actually a lavalier mic. That means he carries it around or puts it on his person while he walks instead of holding it. And that gets stored in this little mesh bag. Okay. All right, in this mesh bag, you have a little lavalier microphone. It looks like that. And the lavalier mic. This is the receiver, and here is the actual microphone. It's long, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Now, this also wants to have a little foam ball on the top of it so you don't hear the p and the k when people speak. So I will add 2 of those into this mesh bag as well, and you want to make sure that goes over top of this. This little part here clips to the person's lapel or shirt to hold the microphone on them. All right. This monitor wants to be facing into the choir. It tips back at a 45-degree angle, and then it's a little heavy. All right, it's facing into the choir. It has a power cable, which plugs here into the side, and then the other end of this power cable will plug right here into the front of the stage. Then here's that XLR we just talked about coming from the other end of our QSC board. You're going to plug that into here, and then you're going to turn this on. There's a volume on here. We usually keep it at the 3rd star shape here, but you can turn it up or out as needed, up or down.